look, normal guy. Well, nah, I can't say I'm a normal guy. I'm actually like a top tier dude, right? I mean, life don't always go exactly how you want it. You don't have all the riches that you wanted, but when it comes to accomplishing things, doing stuff, I always kind of operate on the high level, right? And a lot of my homeboys have operated on the high level. So what I'm trying to do is bring them on these podcasts so people can kind of see the way we look at stuff. Yeah, we may not be the one percenters, the 50 cents and the Odell Beckhams and all this kind of stuff, but we can walk in some of these rooms. Like one time, me and my cousin, we was at a resort, and we just happened to be the same weekend. Steve Harvey was there, and when we was walking down the hallway. Steve Harvey whispered to his bodyguard, like, "Hey, who are these dudes right here?" Like, he didn't know who we were, but we looked like we was somebody. Same thing when I was in Atlanta with my other partners, and we was at the Pele Pele fashion show or whatever, and Play from Kill and Play, he came up to me and my homeboys, and he was like, "Hey, yeah, I want to get in the show, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff." So I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying a lot of times we do stuff on a higher level. So we see stuff from different levels. We see stuff from a regular man view, from a fucked up view when I didn't have my shit together, and from a, okay, I'm getting on top, and oh, this how it goes down. This is so you don't even have to once you pay this, you like I didn't know about the Birkin bags. To get a Birkin bag, you already have to spend like 70 something thousand to be able to get a Birkin bag. You just can't walk in there and say, "Let me get a Birkin bag." No, you got to be a client. Got to have spent. It's kind of like how with Sam's, you can't go in the Sam Club on the regular person level. Anybody can't just go in the Sam Club and just buy something. You got to be a member. Way back in the day, you had to work for a company that you could get a membership through Sam's Club to be able to buy a membership. So it's levels to a lot of this stuff. And sometimes we don't ever think about it. When we having these discussions, we don't talk about the levels to it. So today we're gonna talk about the levels to picking women, how sometimes women at this age, she's the one you will go for at this age in your life. Okay, I'd rather take this woman. So that's what we're gonna hit on today because everybody has a place. You might not like your place, but everybody has a place. And I'm about to bring my partner on right now, Big Hurt. Give me 1 second. I might have to send him another invite. Out maybe timed out. They're saying remove guest. Hmm. Hold on, y'all. Y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. Hope I don't have to resend this to him, man. I'm see. I'm gonna remove guest. I'm gonna add guest. I'd like to have some of y'all on one day. Some new people once we get rolling. All right, there we go.
What's up, Doc?
Hey man, so look, we about to talk about it today. This podcast is for all the women that feel slighted in these conversations when you know the I believe in me, I'm a 10 or whatever. You got to have self worth or whatever, and they right. You got to have self worth,
Mm-hmm.
but you also got to be realistic. You got to understand the environment and the times, what's going on around you right now.
Okay.
Because I know some dudes that don't want kids ever.
Okay.
So they don't care if you fertile or not. I know some dudes, they legacy is their kids. So they trying to have 10. I got a cousin that want to have 8 kids.
Mm-hmm.
That was his goal. He a good dad, but he want to have 8 kids. So
Mm-hmm.
a woman that wasn't fertile would never be his cup of tea until he get his 8 kids.
Yeah.
Now after he get his 8 kids, all the gloves are off now. He'll do whatever.
Uh-huh.
So all right. So on the thumbnail, we talking about I put some people on the thumbnail. I'm gonna break it down. So Condoleezza Rice is on there. The reason why I put her on the thumbnail is because Lisa Rice, she's known, but if she really wasn't like a part of the what was it, Clinton, a Bush
Bush.
administration,
Bush.
we wouldn't really know about her.
No.
You know, like she kind of flies up on the radar, but she's a successful woman.
Mhm.
She's not a baddie, but she's not terrible looking either. She like, she a
Mhm.
nice cat for a lot of dudes, right?
Yeah.
So she has a spot, but she's gonna out earn a lot of dudes.
Okay.
You know, so some dudes, I know some guys that talk about women and how much money they make. That's a part of their conversation when they
Mhm.
looking at who they're gonna date, right? We got Oprah Winfrey on there. So
Yeah.
Oprah, you know who that is. She the big fish.
Mhm.
Everybody know her. To be with Oprah, you got to be cool with your woman getting way more clout. Now, I can't say her name. Lisa Rice,
Yeah.
she's gonna have more clout than most guys too. And when she go in certain rooms,
Mhm.
but Oprah, every room you walk into, she's gonna pretty much have more clout than you.
Yeah.
Unless you just walk in the room with men that just hate women, you know,
Okay.
she gonna pretty much have more clout. Um, so it's a special kind of man that can deal with Oprah.
Mhm.
It's another woman on here that she got her body done, like everything pretty much. She probably had that face, but like everything done. Fake the titties,
Mhm.
but everything done, right? BBL special, you know.
Yeah.
And at the first glimpse, it's like, oh, what is this? But once you get into the bag, you looking at, okay, she's not really real. Can I deal with this? What's gonna be the 10-year deal? Like, how's she gonna look 10 years from now? You
Mhm.
know, what's gonna happen with it's a lot of stuff that we don't even know the answers to this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then you had a normal chick on there. She's just a normal chick, just a regular woman. You know, like you don't know what she do for real. She's
Mhm.
just a woman walking down the street. You
Yeah.
know, she may be like a six. I'm not even gonna say adjustable six. She may just be a six.
Yeah.
And the last one is a fitness guru. She's a nice looking woman, body banging, and all her stuff natural, going to the gym.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna run out some questions with all these women. But first, before we get into it, did you hear about the situation with the banks, about Wells Fargo and all that kind of stuff? It
Yeah.
might collapse.
Yeah. 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 I mean,
Do you
I,
do you
I
think
saw
that's
it.
a real thing?
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Yep.
you think Bitcoin and buying gold and all that kind of stuff is really a real move we need to be thinking about right now?
Yes. Very much so. Very much so.
Okay. All right.
As soon as
And
possible.
and that's why I brought the wrench. And now this is the thing I'm gonna say about this because sometimes this situation I had to learn this. Sometimes I have to play dumb when I go into situations,
Mhm.
so you don't sound like you a know it all.
Yeah.
But I brought the land. I made the move about 10 years ago, but I ended
Mhm.
up making a major purchase again, second major purchase. Um,
Right.
last year where I got all control. Well, not last year, 2020.
Yeah.
I got all control, right? But now I can put my money into the cows, into the stuff like that, to the fish, to the
Yep.
trees, all that. So you can harvest that every year.
Mhm.
The thing about gold, and this is what I tell a lot of people, okay, once you build this stuff up, it takes longer to cash it out. With a bank, I need some money for the night. You walk up, 12 minutes, you got you some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With this, you got to set it up and you got to sell stuff. You got to call people and y'all got to negotiate and all this, and the market go up and down.
Mhm.
That's more of a hassle for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing about this backside, like this Bitcoin and all this other kind of stuff. I done heard people losing Bitcoin. So we're gonna have to learn how to navigate this new currency
Mhm.
and like what is it really gonna be? And last thing I'm gonna say about this, and I'll let you have the floor. Once you get into these fields, it's almost best to get into your one field and become an expert at it.
Mhm.
Because when you get in a new lane and you're trying to jump around,
Yeah, it's rough. You can get
it's
caught up.
rough, bro.
Yeah.
It's rough. All right. So what's your take on the new with the bank and all that kind of stuff before we move on?
Well, the biggest thing is gold is safe, silver is safe, from what I'm hearing. Crypto is going to get central. I mean, they're going to have a already they got a bunch of different coins, but I'm hearing that they're going to have a chocolate coin that's based by chocolate. If they don't have already, oil, gold, silver, diamonds, lumber. Um, what else? Like a lot of it's going to be back copper. Going to have something. Um, from what I'm hearing, Saudi Arabia is coming up. They're going to have their own coin. Things are changing. This thing called the BRIC. It's a group of countries. I think it's Brazil, Russia, India, China, Korea, South Africa, Argentina, and a couple other. They could they talking about teaming up and stepping away from the dollar.
They already are. Like the
So
brick, it took over for what the dinar was about to be.
so 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 that for us, that's not good, bro.
It ain't good at all.
It's not good at all. So we're gonna have to really, this next couple of months, people gonna have to really sit down. If it's a financial advisor, if it's going on TikTok, Instagram, and start looking at what are the options. The safest option since the beginning of time is gold and silver right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
put it until you figure out your move, or you know, just tighten up your stuff. Look where your 401k is at. I mean, hell, if we're gonna keep it all the way funky, they had them tax liens, right? A lot of
hmm
people shift they 401k or they 401a to focus on the tax liens, where they'll buy somebody's note for the year, a year and a day, and they got to pay you back interest, or you take that property. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's safe too. So
yeah.
I'm not no financial advisor. I don't. I'm not even. I'm just somebody that's aware. It's getting cold outside, so I might need to get a jacket.
And oh yeah, it's coming, bro. It's like I ain't gonna lie, I'm slick a little nervous, like
No,
cause we about to go into a place we ain't never been
no.
in
We've been
America.
see.
Well, maybe like the Great Depression,
Yeah,
but like we finna go into a place where our money is the weakest. Like all this going on vacation and all that.
but see, the thing about it is, now this is the thing that people don't want to talk about. That's what Trump and was keeping was kind of holding us back with his alliance with Putin. When Trump
It's
got, that's kind of what kept everything. And then we ain't gonna, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Remember when crypto took that hit about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, and they taxed?
hmm
Well,
hmm
that was a lot of these people, the brick people, money that they taxed.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? And now you're
hmm
gonna pull away from oil by 2000. Excuse me. We're gonna electric cars gonna be the dominant thing in 2030. So that meant the oil refinery is gonna take a hit. Oh, y'all don't want to mess with us no more? We out of here.
What? And I'm gonna tell you with that, with the electric car thing, what I'm kind of scared with that. Once you do the electric cars, now they can control your car.
Yeah. They saying that. They telling you if you late in payments, it'll drive itself back to the dealership.
Yeah, like changing the radio station, all that shit.
What?
Bro, we finna go into a new world, bro. We finna
Hey,
go into a new world.
oh,
But
it's a brand
so
new.
so look, we gonna do a financial show and we gonna talk about that. So y'all, for the people that's rocking with us, we're gonna have different topics. We gonna hit on the stuff about the ladies, but we got levels to this. So we're gonna talk about a lot of different stuff. There's only so much you can talk about when it's about relationships and women that's not hasn't been said over and over and over again.
Yeah,
So we
what
just
you
letting
call it,
y'all
like,
know we got range, but we
yeah.
know sex sells, so that gets people in the door. But all right, so let's talk about this real quick. Well, it ain't no real quick. We gonna elaborate. So good looks over talent. Which one would you rather have? Would you rather have a bad female, just super bad, and she really don't really bring a lot to the table, far as just she just look good, and she might be super quiet, or she might be one of these just always pressing you to go take her shopping. I'm bored, baby. I'm bored. I'm bored. She might be one of them. She ain't gonna really offer you nothing like mentally like refreshing. She
Mm-hmm.
just there, nice looking body.
Mm-hmm.
She on your arm when y'all step out, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Baby, go sit in the car. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's or you want a woman that don't look as nice, that don't look like what you want, but she Johnny on the spot, like always coming through. I'm talking about like when you talking about, hey, I need this, and the paperwork is already there. Oh, I already got this for you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your stuff is already in the bag. That's already packed. You know, oh,
Mm-hmm.
the stuff you was working on the other day, I put it on the e-file, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's always there. She like your personal assistant,
Mm-hmm.
but she don't got the ass like that. Some titties ain't like that.
Mm-hmm.
The sex ain't like that.
Okay.
But which one, if you had to choose one at this point in your life, the settled guy, who you gonna choose?
To be honest, the I'm gonna have to go with the first one.
All right, and why you go the first one? I'm gonna ask you why you go either way. Why you go with the first one?
I mean, for me, I work a lot anyway, so it would be just a step out. Has some arm candy. Let me hit the scene. Okay, you do what you do. I do what I do. Go.
Mm-hmm.
I had to pick, and I had no other choice. See, the latter, um, that one normally comes along when you thugging it out, trying to get where you want to be. You
Yeah.
know, but when you get to this stage, this rock solid. I'm rocking with you. Hella high water. This my lady. A lot of the times when you get to a certain level, the opportunity for y'all to even run paths ain't even there. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what you mean by that? That when you get
I
to a
mean, like,
certain level.
okay, you saying the rock solid one that's Johnny on the spot. If you
Mm-hmm.
then got through certain hurdles in your life, you're not running into her necessarily.
Yeah, like all right, let me give you an example. Like Colin Powell, his wife. Like when I seen Colin Powell's wife for the first time, I was like, oh my, that's it. What? But
Mm-hmm.
I bet she everything he need to help him get to, you know,
She got just as much claim in his success as he do. Yeah, that's what I'm
it,
saying.
it,
If you
yeah,
make in the gym getting out the mud, okay. But more times than not, he ain't. That ain't who. That's not who he's even around once he becomes Colin Powell.
yeah. Because I saw a video last night and they were talking about how a lot of these guys they were showing Kevin Hart and a lot of these guys when they was with a woman at the beginning, Michael Jordan, all them, it was like a traditional like black woman, and
Mm-hmm.
then once they hit they stardom, they end up getting with a white girl or mixed race or something
Whatever. Yeah.
different looking, right? And it was like okay, at that point in their life, they couldn't afford her. You
Yeah.
know,
Back.
they
Yeah.
couldn't even get in the rooms with her.
Mm-hmm.
But like Tiger Woods, it's almost the same situation. It ain't like that one was on a extra level. She was a housekeeper. She
Mm-hmm.
just was eye candy, and
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? I'll pay all your bills because I just like
But that
how
ain't
you make me
necessarily
feel.
scary though either. I think that's what his daddy was trying to tell him. I don't think that's
So
necessarily,
I
because they kind of. I think that if I'm not mistaken, I think they kind of had a little tiff or a little fallout because dad didn't want him to get married.
yeah, I heard about that too. Yeah.
You
Same thing with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
You know, their parents didn't even come to the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he was in the. They showed him in the locker room. He was just kind of sad because he couldn't celebrate with his parents.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so now that we know,
Mm-hmm.
men when they get up, it's just like, let me. It's just like a car.
Mm-hmm.
When you riding that Honda, you
Mm-hmm.
doing whatever when you don't have the money like that. But as
Yeah.
soon as you got your money like that, now you
Yeah.
start talking about, okay, a Ferrari or drop top. I'm gonna get this Maybach, however you say it. You know, people want to upgrade now.
Yeah.
Range. You ain't seeing none of that in the hood.
Yeah.
But once you get up to a certain level, you want to do something different, right?
Yeah.
It don't necessarily mean that the Mercedes is more reliable than the Honda.
It's not.
Yeah, it's actually more maintenance on the Mercedes.
Oh, it's not even no comparison.
Yeah,
It's not comparison at all. But
but it but
we
it
got
feels so good when you sit down in that damn.
yeah,
It
but
just feel good.
but that maintenance, that oil change that's $3,500 is that's what and that's what come along with quote unquote the bad chick. Her maintenance may be a $5,000 purse.
So let's tie that in
Mm-hmm.
with the bad chick.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we getting all the BBLs, right?
Okay.
But but let's same question.
Yeah.
Which way you gonna take? The BBL or the woman that's going to the gym?
Jim. Jim.
Why is that?
You got a different mentality with that. The BBL is I don't even honestly I don't even I mean there's some they're getting a lot better with these surgeries. With some you can't tell, but I prefer BBL. Just a mindset. Not excuse me. I prefer the girl in the gym. Just the mindset. They understand the process of delayed gratification, working for something. You know, it's just a different thing. The one who just did that, I don't know their situation, but it's just not the same. It's like people going to get gastric bypass surgery. There's a lot of complications that come with that, you know, and there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
once you do that, okay, what if you lose the fat weight too fast? Now you got this loose skin. Now you got to go back to the surgery and get that cut off. Now you got the scarring and so on and so forth. You don't know what it's doing with the other organs and blah blah blah. It throw off your blood pressure, all type of stuff. People be going through it, but they can fit into that. They can buy off the rack. Or I remember this young lady who had a BBL and she had to get the whole bodysuit, and it's a 6 month process. She wasn't a big, she wasn't overweight. She just wanted, a little bit more shape on it. I'm like, you could have did that in the gym the same time you're gonna be recovering from your trip to Miami.
But this is the thing with that. It's the mental process. So this is why I. I'm glad
But
you said that, bro.
but but then let's always
Hold on, let me slide this here. Like the reason why you prefer the gym over the BBL is because mentally to go to that gym, you got to be stronger mentally. You got to have a certain level, of restraint. You got to be on a regiment. You got to get up and cook this food or whatever you got to
Mhm.
do. You got to learn how to control yourself.
Yes, very much so.
The BBL is really no control. It's just I'm gonna pay this money. Sometimes they don't even say the money up. They get somebody to pay for them.
Oh, they put on a credit card.
Yeah, and it's
They got
like
yeah,
we
35.
got we got this done. I'm gonna sit here, and sometimes they even have a person taking care of them on like it.
No, some
I've been a part of this process, right, where I've seen it. Like I dated a woman that had a business. A lot of these women, they people don't even really show up to help them out. Sometimes boyfriends will show up, but
hmm
for the most part, they out there by themselves. Nobody ain't with them. Sometimes they don't want nobody to know,
Yep.
and they gonna try to make it sneak like they done it. They went
Mhm.
and worked out and got it.
Yep.
But a lot of them are there by themselves, and they pay a lady to take care of them for like 3 days to like a week
Yep.
until they heal up enough and they get back on the plane. Well, because if you get on the plane, like how some of the women from Atlanta was getting straight on the plane, you can mess up the
You
shape of
die.
your.
You
Yeah,
die.
you can die, but you can, because we got to talk to the ladies on this. You
Hmm.
can mess up the shape of your butt.
No,
So
that
you
too.
paid all this money to have this, but they care about that more than they care about the die.
Well, hey, well, I mean,
I just,
both,
because
both,
we already know they can die going down there, and they still going.
both.
Yeah. So, but the
Don't,
thing about it is,
we gonna leave it. Don't leave this part out. You got some going out there to get BBLs, coming back with one kidney. The
shit,
ones
I
that,
ain't heard none of that yet.
the ones that like it, when they go overseas, like to was it where they go
Oh no.
to in Mexico and some places. There's some horror stories. They coming back. They didn't got finagle out of their kidney. Yeah, These-
Nah, that's why I never went to Tijuana. These guys used to tell me about going to Tijuana and
yeah,
stuff, like jump across the border, and
that's true.
then like, and even in Laredo, a dude was telling me, he was like, "Oh man, the Mexican, when they love us down, they love, but you a black dude, you tall, they gonna love you down there." And then I was like, "Man, I heard them dudes be going down there getting drunk, and they wake up in a
I,
tub
yep,
with their organs missing."
yep. It's not. That's not folklore. I'm not saying that's every 100%, but you don't want to be in that percent that without a kidney. That ain't worth the.
Hey, Scarface couldn't get a kidney, folks. Scarface got all these fans, couldn't get no kidney, folks.
You know what I'm saying?
His
People,
son, his son finally broke down and gave him a kidney.
look, man. You need to, you know, man. It's real talk. And if we're gonna keep up, the passport bros is ending up in bad spot too. Since we on this, you
Oh,
know,
y'all hear about some of these? Hey, let me give my man Walker a shout out. Hey man, hey, I'm happy for you, dog. 21 years with your lady, dog.
yeah,
Hey,
congrats.
that's a blessing right there, bro. A lot of dudes would never ever. You like in a top like maybe 2% of cats, bro. That's special. But
Hmm.
but go ahead. You say about I've been hearing about these passport bros be getting ran down on in these other countries.
Oh yeah, they getting jammed up. Not only robbed, they getting their kidney stole too. They
Yeah, I
get
heard about one situation
robbed.
when one guy got killed, took
Yeah,
his chain.
yeah.
Uh, I hear recently another guy got robbed for a bunch of like 35,000, something like that.
Kidnapped, held for ransom. Call all
Yeah,
your.
I'm hearing about that.
Don't answer the phone. They snuffing you.
Man, look, I heard about some dudes went over there and the girl broke, like they didn't know, because they speaking another language, so you don't really know what they saying. Dude
That
come to the door and the driver told him, the taxi driver told him, look, don't go into they rooms, stay close to the resort, don't go out into the village, all that kind of
that,
stuff.
that
He said
yeah.
with less than 2 hours, they going out to the into the city. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He said everything that man told us not to do, we did the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm. They
Thank
got
God we didn't die. But so they don't went to the woman's house and they paid her. And now this about 20 years ago. But
okay.
they paid her like first on the initial hookup like $40, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that I don't even know if it was 40, but I think it was about 40.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh my, you gonna give me this much? You can stay the night." He was like, "Huh?" She was like, "Yeah, this." She was like, "We normally make like $300 a." Now this was 20 years ago. three
Yeah.
hundred dollars a month.
Mm-hmm.
So this 40, this is like a week. So yeah, you can stay the whole day. You know what I'm saying? I cook for you, all this kind of stuff. They in the house hanging out, right? Homegirl come over there. They met the girls together, but the homegirl left. She came back.
Yeah.
They having fun. They doing like tag team. They high
Hey, hey,
fiving each other.
hey,
And
what?
the,
Yeah, whatever. Go ahead. Keep going though.
look on this. They having a great time. They having
Uh-huh.
a great time. Nobody ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Knock on the door. They go get up under bed. They get up under bed. Now they see a guy standing. They looking from up under. Well, one up under bed, one in the closet. They looking him up under the bed, looking. They see some shoes at the door, a machete hanging down.
Come on.
Machete hanging down, folks. They're like, oh, the brother over there talking to him about, are you gonna cook the chicken?
Mm-hmm.
He gonna go kill the chicken if you gonna pluck it, all this kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna kill it if you ain't gonna pluck it.
Mm-hmm.
They thinking Buddy there to kill him
Yeah.
because they don't know the language. You know what I'm saying? So it end up
Working.
not going down, dude. You
Yeah.
know, they end up eating the chicken later on, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they thought they were about to die.
Look, and it could have went either way.
It could have if he didn't know they was there.
Look, time out. That could have been cold. Hey, you go, you go, you go pluck the pockets, or
Oh, you're right.
you know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying? So
And see, and I'm gonna say this right here. Like one dude told me, he said, because I was like, look, man, I can't talk to no woman from another country. I don't know what she's saying. Like, he was like, you'll get used to it. I said, man, I mean, like, I still got that. I want to love my woman. I don't just look at her as an object. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just have your fun. The less talking y'all do, the better. Cause that you only gonna argue when you're talking. And I was just like, you know, in my mind that didn't sit right. But you know, this dude, he married to a woman in another country, right? He a truck driver. We talking about stuff. And long story short, he ended up getting a situation over there where they held him for rent, like they put him in jail.
Mhm.
And it was like, look, if you don't take care of this, this, and this, you're gonna stay in jail.
Yeah.
He told me he was gonna do it, got out of jail, came back to the States, was like, I ain't never going back.
Uh,
But she treated him so good,
he
he
didn't.
went back.
This fool.
Dog already had 5 kids, bro. She already had 5 kids. And some of the stuff, the stories he was telling me was so wild. And I'm like, bro. But his thing was, you don't got to know the language. And some of the ones over here that know the language, they got more skills because they can speak this language and American English, and they know how to play the game.
Yeah.
So they
Right.
can set you up more
Mm-hmm.
because they can talk you into coming where they want you,
Yeah.
and the other dudes rob you. So he
Mhm.
was like, sometimes it's best to get a woman that don't know English because she's a little greener.
Look, man. Okay. You saying that was 20 plus years ago? Let's say that was a
Well, now
10.
this story I'll tell you right here. This was in the last 2 years. This story I just told
Oh,
you right here.
okay. But with that being said, the advent of the internet, social media, so on and so forth, different podcasts, different sites, pages, whatever, people around the world catching up to the game. And so, WhatsApp, all that type of stuff, you can get set up.
Yeah,
I mean, you can get set up in a nut. If you can get set up, if you from Florida, if you from Tallahassee, Florida, you go to LA, you can get set up.
hmm
So what you think you go do? Get on that plane and go to Peru or
yeah.
yeah,
Smoking weed, eating brownies in
you know,
Jamaica.
like,
Don't know what's going on.
look, see, I mean, it there ain't really no cheat code. Either way, you gonna pay.
Yeah, either way you're gonna pay. Like I tell this for married men, back page, whatever. You're gonna pay either way. Because stop paying them bills at the house. Watch how your old lady cut that off. Watch how she cut it off. You know, you're gonna pay. But all right, so the next one. So you said you want the gym over the BBL. We understand the BBL. Oh, but okay, let's say this right here though. Let's say this. Say you got the woman. Remember at the beginning we were saying the nice looking woman or the talented woman, right? Say you get the talented woman, she helping you, she done help you build up. Now y'all done went to a net worth that y'all got like a
Mm-hmm.
1.5 million. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Y'all good now.
yeah,
Y'all looking at retirement good, boom, boom, boom. She
yeah.
just ain't never been that bad. And Now she got a little stomach on, and she like, look, babe, let me take this stomach, put it back there, tighten up some of this stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
know, get me my breast done.
Mm-hmm.
Now you step out of the class, the 30-year class reunion, and your wife fine.
I mean, that happens every day. We know people that that we cool with that. The anniversary present was a mommy makeover. So
Yeah, so is that acceptable? If you know she just don't got the DNA, she ain't gonna never have no butt, no matter how much she go to the gym.
look, oh, and see, this is the thing. And a lot of people. I've heard that people want to meet people at the finish line, right? But this is
Mm-hmm.
rocking out and getting it out the mud with somebody comes into play. At that point, she get what she want. That what I within what I can afford. So, all right, you want to get a mommy makeover? Okay, we gotta get but we gotta do it in a way where it's healthy. She gotta go sit down with a counselor slash
Yeah, they got all that. Well, you got to have a certain body weight, all that. Like
you
your
got
blood pressure got to be a certain level. Yeah.
you gotta sit down with somebody to talk about your brain too. Like
Mm.
I don't want to use the wrong word, but like a psychologist or something to like, okay, what does because body image that affects your psychosis. You're going from
Mm.
looking way to another way in a short amount of time, and then some people they have gone off the deep end somewhat because it was so much a drastic change to how they was treated on Tuesday versus 6 months later. They couldn't deal with the fact that me being a good person and what I was taught was a kid and that wasn't important. Now I'm getting all the attention I wanted.
Yeah,
And
that wasn't good enough.
yeah, and so you got people who do weight loss. Like, what does losing the weight mean to you? You know, you
Mm.
really gotta think that way through when you walk by a mirror and okay, you used to being the big guy, now you're smaller. Now it's easy to get on a plane, but now some people don't feel safe at a certain weight. Male and female. So it's more than just do this and there ain't no repercussions to it. So we'd have to go through all those different stages. And if I'm rocking with you and we've been loving on each other, it really don't matter to me if you've been rock solid with through thick and thin. That's how I
Yeah.
would. But there's people who was like that, and we've seen it online, and now they lost 100 pounds, they got the shape, or however they did it. Now the dude that they was rocking who paid for the service, he ain't good enough no more. And she went up
And
there.
they'll leave that joker. Yeah. Now that's
So
the backside of that.
it go,
They'll
it
leave
go,
that joker.
they go both ways. It's no
I
different.
I know about this. Oh, and I'm gonna tell y'all about this too. Um, that Majero and all that kind of stuff. I I can't remember the weight loss. It's supposed to be for diabetes, but it's making people lose weight. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm talking about?
yeah. You stick it in your stomach.
Yeah. Now they market this to a lot of people or whatever, and I know folks though that do this stuff on the backside. And I ain't gonna say go too far in there because I don't want to put nobody out. But they have a lot of problems. Once they get off, a lot of the weight come right back.
Oh, it's gonna
They
come.
losing teeth. They stomachs getting paralyzed.
Yep.
Like, dog, your stomach get paralyzed.
IV
What's your
dead.
next move?
You either do IV or you dead.
So, like, they ain't talking about this, and
No.
everybody's so happy. But it goes back to what you said. I'd rather have somebody in the gym in the BBL
Mhm.
because the gym, you got to be mentally strong. Like a lot of people don't understand drinking sodas and orange juice and all that kind of shit we drinking now ain't real no more. You can look at juice now, it's like 5% juice.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Mhm.
So we drinking sugar. And it's like we seem like this ain't hurting us, but I seen one of my partners,
Mhm.
bad as all get out, played volleyball, super bad. Got a job at one of these manufacturers that do sodas,
Mhm.
gained like 80 pounds.
Easy. If your body ain't used to that, oh yeah.
Because they could drink all they wanted now. They could
Mhm.
drink all they go up to the vending machine, get
Mhm.
whatever they want out.
we take for granted when we was athletes, because we both played ball, all pretty much through
Yeah,
from Bob Warner from the age of 10
the
to
24.
24. It's 14 years. I was thinking about something. When I was in high school, I played both sides. I only took off kickoff and kickoff return.
Mm-hmm.
Every other
Mm-hmm.
I was on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then right after that, I got wrestling. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and then you still walking home like you not realizing. Back then, I was probably burning 15,000 calories a day.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about
So
that,
you gotta eat 3,000.
no, you got
The
to
the
eat a
whole
lot.
the whole the look yeah, because you know, all right, a lot of people don't know this. If you want to be 200 pounds, you eat 2,000 calories a day, and you don't have to work out. Just do that, and your body gonna
Yeah.
level out. If you eating 4,000 calories a day and you ain't working out, you gonna eventually be 400 pounds, right?
Uh,
So if you want to be a certain weight and work out at the same time, if you want to be 200 pounds, you can eat like 3,000, but you got to burn that thousand.
mm-hmm.
That extra thousand, you got to burn that off. You know what I'm saying? So mentally, we can be where we want to be, but once this sugar and stuff get and the taste of food,
Yeah.
it's hard to fight them urges, bro.
But see, that's the thing, though. We only the thing about it is, for instance, we have to when they say you have to change the lifestyle and the culture, right? It ain't just
Mm-hmm.
working out in the food. But imagine if you did the workout, but now the neighborhood you're in, let's say a suburb, right? But they got a 5K every weekend, right? You're more
Mm-hmm.
prone to be in that. Okay, I'm gonna go walk in this. This is health and fitness around me, versus you being in a health and fitness desert in an apartment somewhere. It's a lot harder to stay motivated. So
Yeah,
so that's the thing. Like, okay, you got a dog, you gotta go walk every morning. Is your neighbors walking their dog? Are you saying hi, Fred? Hey, Sally. You're going. Oh, you're gonna be. You know, we got the 10K or the 5K this weekend, and next weekend the babies got their activity, and we all going to the park and watching them play. Like that's somewhere where it's not hard to see people with their lattes or they coffees with their dog and the kids pushing the stroller.
yeah. It's like we burning. It's a group activity, so it don't seem like you working
You
as hard.
doing it, what it is. And
Yeah,
so
you hanging out.
part of us hanging out, we going to the beach this weekend. We active. And so I don't think it's fair to people when they think they can do a sedentary thing unless you just really locked in and got to be almost psychotic. Like
Like Shannon Sharp. You got to be locked in to be like that. You got to be super locked in. You
that,
almost can't have a regular life.
nah, unless your regular life is surrounded with activities.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
And
I
so
got you.
so that makes it so much easier. Okay, I always wanted to because everybody else is doing it. Now I can walk down to the store. Man, I feel good. But if ain't no outside reinforcement or motivation, it's gonna be easy to go get that bag of chips.
Yeah, and I feel that too. Like when I walk, sometimes I get out my truck and I go walk to the store or whatever.
Mhm.
I gotta mentally tell myself, bro, because you out here by yourself now.
Yep.
It's okay to walk. You're actually doing a good thing. They
Hmm.
looking at you like, why the fuck is this man out here walking? He might be broke. He don't got no car. Dog, you got vehicles.
Hey,
You got this shit.
no, you
Don't
got
worry about that. Walk to the fucking store. You doing what you supposed to
you
do.
gotta do
You
it.
know.
Look,
But I
sometimes
gotta tell myself that though, cause I
look,
feel like I'm a
look,
loner right now. Like
look.
I'm out of pocket.
I ride my bike to work every day. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I ride my bike to the store every once in a while, fill my backpack up with groceries. It's all a part of it. We got to do some circulation, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. But back to what we was talking about with these ladies. Look,
Uh,
man, you got to
let,
help.
let me
I got to help put
hold
in
on,
the.
hold on. Let me hit this last topic and I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
So, freak, do you want a freaky woman
Uh-huh.
or would you prefer to have like a virgin, a woman that really ain't been touched, or maybe she was with one dude? Like which one would you prefer? High body count, low body count, but the high body count, she gonna put it on you. That bald head taco, that bald head taco got power.
The hell.
That what they say.
Well, I mean,
So would you rather have the woman that's going you would you rather have a super head
no.
or
A
or
Corinne,
like a
Corinne Stephen, just say that, bro. God damn.
I don't even really know a name. Like I
Yeah,
know, but
Corinne Stephen, man. She changed it though. She didn't rebrand it, but hey, Corinne Stephen.
she did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She don't even
What's it
look.
new?
I forgot, but she, man, it's yoga class, interior design type stuff going on right now. Somebody gonna walk into a situation they ain't ready for.
Okay, so would you rather have the one of them Korean Stefan knowing she done got baptized again, but you
Okay.
know she Korean Stefan,
Uh-huh.
or one of them Muslim women with the thing over their face, and she like, look, I've been in this religion my whole life, but I really want to be just a regular woman. Like, I don't have to be a Muslim no more. I just want to be. But you can see through the dress, she
Look,
fine.
hey, she don't even have to take that. I take Muslim. I don't, and she don't have to take the mask off. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's mine. It ain't for everybody else. And then you got me at the front door with the machete. Who? Huh? Leave me and mine alone.
Oh,
Huh?
so so you would take now just think about it now. She ain't never done this, so
That's
this
all.
might not be her spirit.
Look,
She might be sexy as all get out, but she just don't feel uncomfortable. And it's like
look.
now you kind of getting frustrated, like, okay,
Yes
you
or
ain't
no?
gonna be not even a little gawk gawk 3,000. Not mm-mm.
Look. We're gonna. There was a time. It's funny that we had this conversation. There was a time it would have been the career Stefan, the born again career Stefan all day long. The thing about that is though, now, but
You
that was
getting out of the
before.
screen, you get out of the screen, come
See,
back in this man.
that was before social media. There was a time you could move 2 towns over and put nobody know nothing. You just a new face in town.
Yeah.
Now, can't none of us hide. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be the dude at the barbecue who didn't know. You know
That
what I'm saying?
everybody laughing at. Everybody laughing at.
I mean, and I'm
But
not
it's
saying.
funny, like, okay, everybody know they had a good time with her. Why we don't look at this dude like, oh well, I know he having a good time every night. Why we don't envy him?
Look, man, because it's just like he the one that fell for it. He the one that went for it.
I think it's that, and I think she got about 3 other kids, and there's some other baby dads you got to deal with too.
It might not have no kids. There's some that might only have one kid. I just look, bro. I didn't
Yeah,
see.
now I've seen that one. They had like one.
I told this couple of females years ago. I said the problem is this is before the body count conversation was even being had. Really, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we knew, but we didn't talk about it. You see what I'm saying? I said if you didn't slept with 50 dudes, it depends on how you slept with them. Over a 10-year process, that's 5 years, 5 dudes a year, right?
Yeah,
Right. That's not hard to rack up for no female and be respectable. But let's say she traveled. Let's say you got a couple. You dated a couple men on the East Coast, West Coast, Midwell. Ooh, all right. That 50 don't look the same, but if it's 50 in the same room, that ain't a good look. Just straight up with you. If you frequent this local tavern, bar, whatever lounge, 90% of the dudes you didn't touch, but next door don't nobody know you. The rest of the town don't know, never seen you before. It's all about how you break it up. To me,
And I okay, so let's say this right here.
because when we
Let's
was,
do this. And I see we got some people in the chat that's rocking with us. I want y'all to weigh in. Y'all, I want y'all to weigh in too. Now y'all being quiet in here. I want y'all to weigh in. So at 20, at 20, you taking good looks or you taking talent? If you're a 20-year-old man, you taking the woman with talent or you taking the woman that looks good?
what I've seen, if you at 20, the one who got the talent, she's dragging you to the finish line. Like I
Yeah,
believe, baby, I see something in you, so on and so forth, right? And she making a way for it. You know, to be that's one of the problems when dudes get on, is they forget that this it was the one who was cutting the brush down, laying the path, all that for you, waking you up, making sure, encouraging you. She just wasn't along for the ride. See, that's the thing about the talented one. She's not along for the ride. She
yeah,
drives, pumping the gas, she changing the tires, she doing all of that. So that's why,
yeah. She got the map out with before the GPS. She had the
yeah,
map
no,
out in the passenger seat.
matter of fact, she drove the route the night before to make sure she knew where she was going.
Yeah. She
That's
she
where that,
called and checked what time they gonna be
yeah.
open.
But that's
Yeah,
what
and did the
animosity.
reservation for the room.
Yes, that's where the animosity coming in the back. When you get on, you forget. Like you see what I'm saying? I was shooting with you in the gym,
Yeah.
but when you get there, you had to thug it out by yourself. You're not even running into her. That's what I'm
Now
trying to.
we got to do a show. We got to do a show talking about, because I hear a lot of people asking these women what you bring to the table, and they don't really understand how to answer this. We got to do a show about that, because what we were just talking about right then, like making reservations for the room and washing the clothes and putting the little
Yeah.
the dry sheets and stuff in
No, but
there.
hold on,
It,
now, we go. She over there. She got she using her daddy's AARP card. She got the AAA. She working them
yeah,
looking at them bonus points and okay, I got okay, you use that credit card, get this credit card, can we use these points for the flight miles and all that? Like you got that?
that that right there. Yeah, we got to do that. But okay, I'm gonna say me at 20. I'm let's cut them down a little bit on the time. So me at 20, I'm gonna say I'm gonna look at the nice looking one, but I'm gonna take the talent because I can't afford the nice looking one, and I know what my pocket's like.
But see, but see, hold on,
Some dudes will still hit her and try to lock her down,
because
but I
you
know
have
I can't afford her.
one thing that we have see, and this is where the nuance comes in. You got real action at both. You see what
That's
I'm saying?
true.
At 20. If you got real like see, that's the caveat of it is you might see whoever in, let's say, the cafeteria when you in school. Okay, that's what's her name? She bad, she's on the track team, whatever the case may be. Okay, cool. But do you really got action at her for you to be able to make a educated, to even be in this conversation? Because if you don't got access to it, it's a moot point.
All right, just keep it funky. At school, I remember the thing on the track team that I would have married her. She
Yeah,
was talking to the track coach.
yeah. So this is what we saying. Like, so, like, okay, if I'm at 20 and you got action at the bad one, you gonna be dragging her along across the finish line. If
Yeah,
we
now
gonna
you will, but sometimes those they start getting exposed to the drug dealers and all that kind of stuff. So
that's what
their expectations go up.
that's what I'm saying. You end up having to drag them in spite of their flaws and in spite of her not answering her phone, and you going through all that goofy stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
More times than not, and I'm not saying for every time, the more talented one don't look the best, quote unquote, for the sake of this conversation. She's the one that sees something in you. right? And she's gonna drag you across the finish line. More times than not, if you got that bad one, quote unquote, you know, track volleyball type, you're gonna have to drag her.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's where that song come from. Cause you
That's
trying to save her, but she don't. Yeah, you got
you
to
see.
try to drag her to the
So
right side, and she don't understand it to the second baby.
if might be fifth, fourth, it might be when the grandbabies show up at 38. I mean, if we're gonna keep it all, I mean, we having that conversation. So that's why when it's like either or, it's kind of hard to be on the either or, because I remember being 20, them bad ones that was you might have a fling, you get a couple, you get a summer, you might make it through cuffing season, but they gone, they hitting the dough.
Yeah, and see that's why like for for me age range on this younger, I'm gonna take the talent. Older, if I'm already established and I done went through a divorce or something,
we
and I
looking
got my
we looking
huh?
back at 20, like we looking back. We
Yeah,
done.
that's what I'm saying. Like stages, like for dudes trying to holler at a bad chick at 20, it's you can do it, but it's gonna kind of throw you off.
It's gonna throw you off. You're gonna lose 5, 6, 7 years. Easy.
Yeah, it's gonna throw you off. The first the arguing, all that shit, it's gonna
Yes.
throw you off.
Yes.
So best to go with the one that with the talent that's gonna help you build. Now, if y'all end up splitting
But see,
and you
this
you
this the thing. We have to keep it all the way funky. This is the new wave. If you are on falling hard times, you're gonna deal with the talented one. If you still cool and you up, you chasing after that bad one.
that's true.
What it is. So that's what we have to use. Be aware of nuance and have caveat to this, because that's where the rubber meets the road. And a lot of people and a lot of the bad ones at they say, what I'm seeing. We listen to other podcasts of Fresh and Fit, so on and so forth. They got a cut like there's a lot of the young ladies on that show are the ones who you would say would be bad, right? But they want the loyalty as if they was dragging the dude across the finish line from the gate. And they're like, why these
Yeah,
dudes want to commit? Well, at this stage, and I've already done this, you are nothing more than arm candy. I didn't already put in all the work. What you
yeah,
don't have no stake, you don't have no stock, you ain't built no equity with me based off of what? Give you the world for what? But
yeah.
I understand that for this weekend, along with the Maserati or the Lamborghini, I'm going
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
to.
You a lease. You a lease. I'm gonna lease you for a year or two, and then I'm gonna trade you in.
That's just what at this stage. If you want to play, and that's the thing. What do you really want? Like I said yesterday, the young people that I'm looking at, these cats and young ladies, they saw early. They made a decision early. They are very nice looking couples. I'm talking about very nice,
Hmm.
and they figured out what they want. They identified it early on. So you're gonna see them. It's gonna be. It might be a. It's gonna most likely. It's gonna be a different landscape for them. For the group that I was talking about yesterday, the young people that's married, doing their
I
thing,
got you.
so
Yeah,
forth. But in a general sense, and this when the Kevin Samuels thing popped off, so on and so forth, you got people who don't have no equity trying to call shots. Based
hmm
off what? You wasn't shooting with me in the gym, and you ain't like that. So which one? Ain't?
based off them 700 unread messages in her DM.
I'm not. I'm not mad.
That's
But
that gas, bro. That's that gas. They give them
I
that gas.
that's there's no nothing wrong with that. But when we take a step back and they say they want whatever, you've heard all. all type of stories. And then, and I don't really want to go into that, but if you ain't been shooting in the gym, if you didn't help that person, he or she cross that finish line, drag them almost, it's very hard to have the loyalty. When I was talking about a lot of most of my friends, I'm just recently it's been I've acquired relationships or friendships with people who I didn't play ball with. Just recently, that I'm cool with people I had never was in practice with. I'm almost 50
Yeah,
before I could even identify that, because it's like, where your breaking points? We ain't really been in the trenches together. Like, there's a bond like that. Hey man, we good and we both Raider fans. That's nothing. You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying?
But hold on. Let me hit on something you said the other day, and I keep trying to remember what it was. You said something about if a dude be like, "That's all I got," like that's like I'm doing the best I can.
uh,
That's the equivalent to a woman saying
oh, I
this.
say I was watching a pod. I mean, not even a podcast. It was like a post. The dude said the the equivalent to a woman saying that she's the table is a man that says that he just wants a woman to love him for him, love love me for me. So the
Yeah.
equivalent,
So you saying a guy that really hasn't built himself up, he just went through high school. He really ain't trying to get this upper level job. He just a normal dude that go fishing, play the game of hobbies. He ain't super cool. He ain't no fly dresser. You, you love me for me, and we gonna rock out.
yeah.
Um, that normally don't fly in the real world.
Uh, when he said that, it kind of shut down the whole conversation for me. It's like me saying that I just want somebody to love me for me is the equivalent to the conversation is the woman is I am the table. And I said, wow, because it sounds silly. It's
Yeah, yeah,
real
yeah.
when you put it in that context. Like, I don't have nothing to offer you. I'm not based off of nothing. Rock.
And that's the part about where, and the reason why I brought that up is that's the part about what women don't understand. Once a dude has reached this certain level, he know you ain't with me for me. You with
Yeah.
me for what I can bring to the table.
Hmm.
So you're gonna get old. So I'm gonna rent you for 2 years because I know you really don't like me.
It ain't even
I'm
so
gonna
much. To me, it ain't even so much old, because you got some old ones that's cold. I'm like, how old are you? 60 year
and,
old. I'm not saying that it's the norm. I'm just saying. So I
yeah,
don't. But
but
whoever.
but and let's say this too now.
Uh huh.
The only one that I really gave that to were two, uh, Tina Turner and Angela Bassett, because a lot of these women are musicians. On these, they look great on these pictures, but if you see them and touch them in real life, it ain't like, oh, you're a little
But
saggier.
see, this is the thing. I've been around them. I used to work out at a gym that was in a very nice, what they would say, an affluent area. So you,
Mm.
the stay at homes, the yoga moms, like you, like God, you wouldn't be like late 40s, early 50s, if not 60s, mean with it. I'm not saying that's, like I said, that's the norm. So I don't. It all depends on what floats your boat.
Yeah. I mean, I seen
But
a chick on Kendra G show the other day. She was like 54. She was a lieutenant or whatever. Like, and she was like on the government side. I don't really know what that meant, but she on the government side. Lieutenant. I don't know if that's military. I don't know, but she was nice.
yeah, yeah,
She was a nice looking woman. She was like 5'9", 5'10", nice. No kids, but you could tell she didn't have that. She was kind of like non-emotional.
yeah.
Like she ain't go. she ain't gonna really give you a lot of the feedback. She's just gonna kind of keep it calm, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at her, and she gave her Instagram stuff. So I went and checked out on Instagram. But once I went to her Instagram page and I looked at her picture when she was just walking around and
Mm-hmm.
when they taking the pictures where you're catching you off guard,
Yeah.
it wasn't as nice.
Well, I just yeah. I mean, hey, if I hold this phone up a certain angle, it's gonna
Yeah.
catch me looking up. It's just what it is, you know. Um,
Yeah.
you got, there's some people just not this, but then there's some that's golly, this is ridiculous. Um, so it's basically the thing about it is, um, I used to have this saying: the less you borrow, the less you owe. And so, with that being said, after I didn't already got here, I don't owe you nothing. We here
Yeah.
because I want you here, but I don't need you here. And a lot of people, just like some of these young ladies, some of these women are saying, like, I want you, I don't need you. When you chasing after a certain type of dude after he done went through all the wars and the scratches and all the stuff that we gotta go through, I want you, but I don't need you.
And you
And
see it with Eddie Murphy. You see how Eddie Murphy, he'll swap them out. He'll
mm-hmm.
every like 7 to 8 years. Deion Sanders, like
Leo,
about a 10-year run with somebody, he'll swap them
Leonardo,
out.
Leonardo DiCaprio, I think that's how you say his name. He's
Caprio, yeah, yeah,
notorious,
yeah,
he's notorious for cutting them off at 24.
yeah.
I'm like, God, 24, but hey, man. But that's the thing. Like, if you're not willing to roll the dice with somebody, it's gonna be hard.
Hold on, man. Is that sick? Is that sick to talk to a chick from 2021 to 24 and cut off? Cause she ain't even start to fade for real at 24. Is that just a sickness?
What you mean?
Like he he looking at her as a straight like apple on the shelf. He ain't looking at her as a human at all for real. Like
But that's what
I
this was. This is the thing that I'm saying. I had a partner of mine, real talk. I was talking to this lady, and I kind of was going through a situation like I was resenting the fact that she came into my life after I got on. And he said, "Hey, bro, you ain't mad that now you go to Mercedes, they let you take a test drive?" I said, "Yeah." So,
yeah. So all right. So
so,
and that's the thing that the bad chicks got to understand.
hey,
If you're gonna hold this standard as the bad chick, and if you're not gonna do if you ain't putting them sheet dryers in the dryer, if you ain't packing no lunches, if you ain't scheduling and knowing like it's hard to cheat on a good woman
yeah,
because she's so much in interwoven in your life.
hmm
She know every aspect of what's so if you go missing for a while, where you been at?
and see, and this is the thing. Now catch this. We didn't both had some eights and ups,
Yeah,
legit. Kevin
yeah,
Samuel ranked eights and ups who did make a sandwich, cut the grass,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and put up a ceiling fan, and we be like, and it we wrestling with God. I'm trying to make it work with it because you everything I want, but you tripping like,
That right there. That right there. That will kill it. That mouth will kill
yeah,
it, bro.
that. But you had it. I'm like, I remember one time you told me I was came to see you. You was like, bro, you over you like how did you say you like that one that boo boo boo? You crazy over her? And I was like, yep. Well, it ain't nothing to talk about. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over this one. He's like, I ain't never seen you like this.
And everything was good until that. And look, it's two things. It's not just the mouth, it's the undermining. Like you trying to make it seem like you can outsmart me. When I'm paying for I'm putting gas in the car and you trying to turn the needle back. Like,
But The biggest thing for me, and like like it, the hardest one, not the hardest. One of the hardest things is you work so hard to get here, and you know what you need to do to maintain, and you know a lot of at least 50% of their attraction to you is what you've accomplished, what you have, so on and so forth. Now, of course, the Colgate and the sometimes Hazels, they help, but now you talking about how much I work. But if I don't work, I don't have what I got.
Prime example.
Why is this even a conversation?
Prime example. Because they ain't fairyland, they don't understand. Because they ain't never had to work like this for real to get it.
My
Like
my
I
life.
remember watching that episode of I Am Athlete with Brandon Marshall them, and they brought their wives on there, and all the wives was talking about how hard it was for them to stay in that big house alone while he was at work. I was like, you fucking serious. It what's hard is to go out there and work to get the house. But see, you ain't doing this other stuff to keep you busy.
Mhm.
That's why you don't know where he going after work, because he got to go do the other stuff too.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of other stuff, and the thing about it is, that's one thing that threw us. I remember my dad was telling me, this is back when it really wasn't no. It was like the credit card game. What when my parents was coming through, our parents was coming through. There wasn't a lot of Mastercards and Visas and American Express. Like you had
Mm-hmm.
Diners Club and maybe a
Yeah,
couple of.
yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah,
was like
what's that big chain store? It was a big chain store, Sears.
this. You had stuff like that.
Sears card, J.C.
Or
Penney's card.
yeah, was it Montgomery Ward and all that type of stuff? But it wasn't like Visa is now, right? And he
Yeah,
said the dude that he was talking to was like credit threw off the game because you don't know who got it and who don't.
that's right. Because
You
now
can
anybody can fake it now.
you can fake it. And so with being an athlete, athletes, even the low end 5 year, I'm not even gonna say low end, even the dudes that's making the minimum money, for a regular cat to get to that level, he's in his 40s.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got these cats making all this money right after high school, literally. Maybe 4 or 5 years after high school, they millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
She can't appreciate what he went through. We were just in homeroom together. You ain't no better than me. You
Mm-hmm.
went through the tuna fish days, the top ramen, the candles because you ain't got no the lights is off type stuff. You didn't go through that, so she can't appreciate. She just kind of all right. This is nice, but what else you got?
Yeah, what's the other stuff?
And that's the thing that unless you got to it it, it it takes you have to go through some things to be able to appreciate stuff.
All
And
right, all right, hold on. Let me give you this right here. Which spot would you rather be in?
uh,
Would you rather be the dude that had to work up to have all this stuff? Or I talked to a woman one time and bad. I'm talking about bow legged,
yeah,
the light eyes, the
yeah,
hair to her, like
yeah,
past the shoulders,
uh,
all the everything right, right?
yeah.
And she said she hated it because dudes just want to talk to her because how she look. They don't like her for her. My stance was no, they love you for you. You gonna always be this woman for even when you get older, the women your age still ain't gonna look as good as you.
uh,
If I lose my job, you can leave me for the guy that gets my job.
I've seen that those women had it, and I've seen them get older, and I've seen them were now the quote unquote the beauty is fade. They put on weight, and now it's just your personality. A lot of them
And
have developed those personality traits that are attractive, and then they get
mhm.
side of the street
And
because
that's the thing about it. Like
look, see
I
that's the thing though.
hold on. I told her, I said, look, you already got the basic level entry package.
Uh-huh.
You just gotta add more to this. And she didn't really understand what I meant by that. Like, add what? And I'm like, that's your issue right
You
there.
know, I saw
She don't got no personality. She don't know how to be a
that's
helpmate.
they don't have no the look. The thing that I saw, this was remember meteorical astral reviews. Remember that dude?
Yeah, me too.
I,
Yeah, me too.
I don't know
Yeah,
how to,
yeah, yeah.
one of his first episodes. Man, this woman was gorgeous. Chocolate, pretty white teeth, smooth skin, long. She was cold, and her personality was like, "Is this even a real person?" Like it was all on 10, and
Yeah.
worth ethic, and she didn't mind building, but she was a late bloomer. And what her thing was, I couldn't lean on my looks. I had to develop my personality. I had to be funny just to be relevant in the room full of pretty people. So when my face cleared up, I got in the gym and so on and so forth. She got one of the tomboy, one of the fellas, but cold and want to be a mom, and you like whoever he is,
He
lucky
lucky.
for
You know what I think the cheat code is? You ever heard people tell girls this right here?
her.
Uh, You got a pretty face for a big girl.
No, I think she was bigger. I think she was,
If you get the pretty face big girl and y'all get on a regiment and y'all go through that process together and she appreciate you for helping her go through that manifestation, bro, you got something
but this is and
because she's still gonna have that nice demeanor
this is the thing
and she
though.
gonna appreciate you to get there.
This what it
Now,
this what, but this
now
this
hold
what
on. You busted, you can lose her. But if you already up,
that's,
you got something.
that's the thing. She need a TP that's at 24 that's already up,
And that's
or
the hard part.
or TP right now, TP right now.
Or hurt right now.
No, I'm just saying TP right now. You see the big girl with the pretty face, baby. We're gonna go walking. All of a sudden, your interaction with her, your lifestyle, she done already dropped 40, and she don't even know why.
Yeah, now that could be true. Like if y'all spend a lot of time, and that's the thing about my lifestyle, it's hard for me to be a lot of times I don't give people advice like on a day to day
Uh-huh.
because I'm not there to walk them through it. And it's hard for me to try to I kind of feel like I'm preaching
Yeah.
because I'm not here to walk you through these steps when it get hard. And I show you how to pivot when it gets hard. You know, how to okay, get what you gonna get on Monday. So when you get off from work, you go straight to you don't even stop nowhere. You don't even go by the fast food spot. You ain't going out on Friday because you already got food at the house. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing, and so, but that's where the community, like, I have to, I have to, if to be fair, before I can even do what do they call can make an assessment,
Mm-hmm.
putting you in the best opportunity to succeed, right?
All
And
right.
and I have to do my due diligence. I have to put in my efforts to put you in the best situation to succeed. If it's your kids, if it's your woman, your business arrangements, whatever the case may be, am I doing my part? And so, with that being said, until I can take as much stress off of that person, until I can put them into an environment which garners growth and all this other stuff, I can't really press somebody if I haven't done that, and that's not them naturally. So what I've seen is you have these ladies who online they do these transformations. They go from like 300-400 pounds and they get down to like 170. Well,
Mm-hmm.
they are in that world. They got a trainer that's their husband or somebody that's in fitness, and they don't leave it. You know, as soon as they leave that job, matter of fact, they start working at the gym or something at the GMC. And then when they go home, it's just activities. And like if I'm not doing it, it's kind of hard for me to keep to stress on somebody if that's just not them. Now some people who are the anomalies who can just it just clicks one day and they figure it out. But everybody else, you gotta be, like with your kids, you gotta create an environment that promotes learning. So if we
I'm
don't,
with you on that. I'm with
so
you on that. It can't be where you kind of point the finger. It gotta be look at this new stuff, these new activities we can do. Which one you want to do? Or we
mhm.
gonna do this week and then next week we gonna try to do this activity. So you fill the schedule up with activities so
And
it
then
don't feel like work.
now catch this. I just built a gym in the house, and I gotta do some stuff in the floor and even it out. One is
Y'all heard that right? You got the
well,
gym. That was the slight little flex right there.
hey,
You
hey,
got
hey,
the gym in the house.
don't
Slight
forget the
flex.
Colgate. Don't forget the Colgate and then sometime Hazel. But we're gonna put that. What I'm saying is,
Oh,
people like when people like, won't you just go work out? If you don't know how to drink your coffee or your water in the morning, as a big person, you're gonna be a biohazard. If the stall,
mm,
if they don't have a free stall at the gym,
yeah.
you go for a walk and you drinking your coffee, you want to walk your dog like everybody else. You gonna have to find you a tree. So 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 these are the things people don't talk about. Weight loss or their journey would be that kind of make people uncomfortable about stepping out there and getting
Yeah.
right, because your normal activities, you get on that hiking trail up in the mountains, it can get
I,
interesting.
I ain't doing that. I ain't
I'm just
doing that. No cougars up there. I ain't doing that.
no, that's real.
I
That's
ain't talking about
real.
old women. I'm talking about them real cougars. I ain't
No,
doing
no,
that.
it's that's real. Like, didn't you
Bears and shit. I ain't doing it.
you did Stone Mountain one time, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's different. That's you might have a stray dog up Stone Mountain or
But
geese.
I'm just saying though, like,
Yeah.
imagine somebody want to work out but don't know they got their water bottle with them and don't know.
Look, I took a woman a heavy set woman to Stone Mountain one time.
Mm.
She she didn't even make it to the halfway point.
Look, bro.
And look, stayed right around the corner from Stone Mountain. And I was like, "You ain't never been to Stone Mountain?"
Look,
She
bro.
was like, "Nah." I like, "Let's go."
Cause if you never had to see, a lot of people don't realize, don't drink water or no take no liquids before you do that.
So
Cause it's
you
going
said she probably felt her body like, "Oh shit! If
I
I
can't
keep going, I might use it on myself."
yeah, that's real.
Oh,
You see what I'm
I just
saying?
thought she got tired.
No,
She probably knew, like, "Oh
think
shit."
about it. You don't know. Like, you're new to fitness. You never no football practice, no volleyball, no track. You don't know. You think you got
Oh, because your bowels move and all that kind of stuff. And
once you get
yeah,
them,
that's why, like in the morning, I don't like to eat nothing before I work out.
because it'll kick you, because the next hour you're gonna be in the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't
I
know
see
that?
guys throwing up and stuff, and I'm like, that ain't gonna never be me. If I don't got nothing in my stomach, how can I throw up?
Nah, but see, else I remember my partner. We were still in school, I think it was. Don't drink before you go run because you're gonna use the bathroom. I thought about it because I'm like, how you get do 5 miles without drinking no water? He said, man, you drink some water, you're gonna have to use the bathroom. And I thought about it, and I'm like, okay. Then I get out there one day. Hey, man, it was all hands on deck to try to figure out the situation. I'm like, oh wow, okay, this is real business. Cause
Well,
then you,
look, I'm gonna say this. I know you gotta go.
yeah,
Um, the watermelon thing.
mhm,
I'm doing the watermelon thing for that. I'm gonna try to do it for the next 3 days. And this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, buy me 3 watermelons, put them in my truck.
uh huh,
So now I can only eat the watermelons. I'm gonna try to
yeah,
get the little small round ones. If I had to get the big one, I'm gonna get the big one.
mhm,
There's more juice and shit. But they say the first day it's supposed to kind of clean you out. Second
Mm-hmm.
day, you really cleaned out. Third day, you're supposed to start like losing. Now, this if you just doing straight watermelon. Did you see
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dude that did it for like 40 some days and he's skinny as hell now? The skin starting to hang off his neck and
yeah.
everything. So
Uh,
I'm not gonna do it for that long. I'm just trying to do a 3 day cleanse.
mm-hmm.
3 day cleanse. And if I get used to it, I might try to do a 5 day, but I'm eating carrots and other stuff on top of it. But I ain't gonna hold you. It's hard. When you cut meat out, it's
No,
hard as fuck.
but without, what, be honest with you, between me and you, because you get lightheaded too when you're
I
doing
heard
fat,
that.
and that ain't, you might want to do that when you back for a couple of days.
Now I thought about having some nuts with me too, like some trail mix, and kind
Uh,
of throw that in there.
nah, I mean, if you're gonna do it the first time and you really try and rock out, I would just do it when you at the house. Go through the process while you're around the house because it might because you that because of the nuts, the energy, the protein, it might kick off something else and throw you. If you,
Yeah, I know that fiber. I know that fiber messed you up out on the road. But I
mm,
did it one time before. I did
mm,
well. I just did like 2 days.
yeah,
I didn't go. I didn't never make it to the third day. But
mm,
I'm gonna try it and see and just see how it go, man. Shit, because I'm holding this 280. I need to get off this 280.
you 280 now?
Yeah, 280. I gotta get down to 240.
I thought you was like 250.
I'm trying to get there, but I can't get. I can't. I go down to 260. Then I keep coming back up this 280.
Yeah, well, it happened, man.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what it is, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
All
Appreciate the
right.
convo. All
Oh,
right, next time.
yep. One.
One.